Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're out here working again today, messing with the old D100 a little bit. I got a couple little things knocked out on it, and I'm getting ready to pull it out of the way, pull the dart up, and we're going to work on the dart a little bit today. I got to start on the body work and get it ready for, get it prepped for paint. I'm going to start sanding it down and get it ready for paint. But before I start on that, let me show you what I'm doing to the D100. Alrighty, so I got that PCV hose hooked back up in the right spot, and that was a major vacuum leak that it solved there. So that's a lot better. It's idling a little bit smoother. I don't know if you remember that little hose that was sticking out that had that screw in the end of it. I got it taken off, and I got a plug in it right there. So that fixed another vacuum leak. So if you look, it's still smoking pretty good. I'm hoping it'll clear up with that PCV hooked back up, but it's still smoking pretty decent. I'm gonna let it warm up and put some seafoam in it. Now see if that seafoam will help maybe clear some deposits in the rings or the valve seats or seals or wherever it's introducing oil at. I'm pretty confident that it is the valve seats or seals. These engines have like an umbrella seal, and they get hard and brittle and cracked, and they basically just slide up and down with the valve, and they get hard and they just get stuck up, so oil gets down in the valve. But we're going to stick the seafoam in it, see if that helps. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot more to this motor where it's at. I got all the vacuum leaks fixed, got plugs and wires, well, a couple wires in it and plugs put in it. Probably gonna leave it the way it is for now, and then we're gonna get started on the dart right here. All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. So took the dart out for a cruise. I went around the block and got pulled over by the police there for I think just a young guy. He wanted to see the car. I think he just asked me if everything is all right. Asked me about my tags, but I said yeah, they're legit. They're antique tags. And he's like, all right, drive safe. But first time I've been pulled over in a dart. That's pretty fun. So let's go ahead and get started. I got a new tool here. I want to show you what I'm going to do with it. I got a little mini belt sander. Just a little, I think it's like a half inch belt sander. And I'll show you, take you out here and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it, or try to do with it. All right, so I got this area right here on my roof, and as you can see, like the factory filler or whatever this is coming out. The metal underneath is good. It's not rusted, so that's a good thing. But my plan is I'm gonna take this tool and just get in here and grind all this out. And also, I'm hoping I can remove these right here with it. This is the clips, or the clip retainer, the metal stud for the clips for the trim top, the trim, that two-tone trim for the top. And I'm not doing a two-tone anymore, so I'm going to grind all these down. So let's get the extension cord out. I'll open that new box and we'll try this thing out and see how it works. We got a lot of work here to do, and it's going to take a while, so we'll probably just cut in and out. There'll be several videos of doing this, but hopefully we can, by the end of summer, get this thing painted. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got the tool opened up. Let me show you what's in the box. This thing's pretty cool. So here's the tool itself, and it's adjustable. You can adjust it that way. It actually comes with an extra belt, which is nice because they were out of stock. Comes with some instructions, but there it is. It's pretty cool. It's kind of just like an angle grinder. It's just sideways. So I'm hoping I can just come here like that and grind them things flat without having to I thought about using a disc wheel, but I don't you know, I don't want to remove any metal from the body, so I just want to get it as close as possible. Small areas. So alrighty, let's get the extension cord. Let's try it out. Alrighty, so that thing works pretty good. That made short work of them. I got all of them done in less than 10 minutes. I'll speed it up on the camera so y'all don't have to watch all 10 minutes of it. But I got it all done. I was just kind of playing around right here. This is actually the factory cell bodywork. This was factory. You can see the blue. This is not Bondo. This is how thick it was from the factory, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I got all of them knocked out really quick. We're going to strip all this down. We got to strip all this, and there's a couple spots that got a little low. I can feel low spots, but I'll go back in it with some filler and smooth it out. But we got a couple more of them down here from the rocker strip. I'm gonna not put that back on too, so we'll go ahead and knock them out real quick. I'll do that off camera. Y'all get the point. But this tool works pretty good for this. One thing I do notice, I mean, it was just, I don't know how many that was, maybe 10, but this belt wears out pretty fast. And you can see that belt's already it's pretty worn just in a couple of those, but that is pretty heavy grinding. I mean, it's a metal stud that is grinding out, so it is what it is. They're cheap enough. I can buy a bunch of them, keep them in hand. I think that tool's going to be useful for a lot of stuff. I am going to try this window real quick just to see how well it gets in there. This is the other side. It looks exactly like the driver's side, but I just want to try to grind this stuff down and clean this metal up because it's not rusted, but I want to clean it up so I can get some epoxy on it. I'm going to try that real quick just to see how it works. Alrighty, so it actually done a pretty good job cleaning it up. It got all that old Bondo out really nice, and it cleaned the metal up. I still cannot get in here. I'm hitting the trim right here, and I don't want to damage this trim, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that rain lip right there. How I'm gonna get down there? I may just have to do it by hand, just sand it with hand. But all this right here, it got really good. I stopped right here, but it's sanded this down really good. So this seam right here is where the roof attaches, and it cleaned that up nicely. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these and do the other side, and then we'll start stripping paint. Alrighty, so I'm out here sanding. As you can see, I'm filthy, but I'm just doing one section at a time. I'm gonna start in one area and sand it all down, and then prime it, and then move on to another section because I don't have a garage, and I don't want to get too much done and then have to get to a stopping point and you know, not have time to primer it, and I don't want to leave anything bare. So let me show you what I've got going. So started up here, getting this section done, and then I'm going to go down here and sand all this down, and I'll probably come on out to here, which I got to tape this up because the door jambs are already painted. So I'm going to come up with a piece of tape about right there, right on the edge. That way I don't have a line in the actual paint, then I can not get a bunch of overspray in my painted door jambs. As you can see, it is dusty, but we're making progress. I'm gonna keep on at it. All right, well, I'm still here sanding, and of course my fear comes true. It looks like it's gonna rain. I don't know if you can see it back that way, but it's getting dark. Just out of nowhere, of course. But I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should just let it get wet and then dry it off, but because if I spray the primer now and it rains on it before it cures, it's probably not going to have a very good surface to etch on or whatever. I'm using epoxy primer for the Bear to Metal, so I'm afraid if it gets wet from rain while it's not cured, it's going to mess it up, and I don't want to do this again. So I'm just going to chance it, keep on sanding, and if it rains, I'll just dry it off before I put primer on it, and hopefully it don't rust before then. All right, let's keep at work. Alrighty, so I'm about done for the day. I've been out here since about 7 this morning. It's about 5, and it is hot. It's miserable hot. So I'm gonna call it quits for the day. I haven't got primer put on it yet. I'll show you what I've got done so far in a minute, but hopefully it'll be all right setting overnight, and I can paint it, or not paint it, but primer it tomorrow. And hopefully I won't get no flash rust. If I do, I'll just sand on it a little bit more. It'll come right off, hopefully. All right, let me flip the camera around and show you what I've got done. All right, so I got this whole quarter done. I come up here. Still got a little bit more work to do up here. We'll go with a little bit rougher grit. I might go with like a 40 grit and try to get some of this. It's not really rust so much. It's just, I guess it is rust. But got all this factory Bondo stuff out of it. Got it all the way down, the whole quarter all the way down, and that's Bondo that I did about I don't know, 20 years ago or so. It had all this was rotted out, so I put a piece of metal in there and it was Bondoed over it. I'm gonna try to get as much of that out as possible and patch it back up again, but that's where we're at. I started got all this sanded. I'm missing a spot right there, but I'll get it another day. Started on the trunk lid. I gotta take out my tail lights and all this so I don't get any primer or nothing on it, and I'll just tape up the bumper. But all day's work, it doesn't seem like I got a whole lot done, but I'm not a body man at all. I'm out here and trying to get it done. Like I said, I'm not a body man, so it'd probably take me longer, I'd say in 8 hours or however long it's been. Most people probably could have had this whole car stripped down, but I'm just taking my time and doing it the way I know how. I got a DA and a couple different grits of paper. I got a stripping tool, but to be honest, the DA seems to be working a lot better, so I've just been sticking with it. Alrighty, that's gonna wrap this one up. I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned, because we got a lot more coming on the Dart. We're gonna start primering and hopefully get all the body work done and get some paint on this thing in the next month. So probably from now on we'll be focused on the Dart and this paint job. So if you want to see this thing get painted, stay tuned. All right, I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.